Hi, my name's Allison Lang. I'm a model, influencer, disability advocate, and athlete with Team Canada's sitting volleyball team. I was born missing the lower half of my left leg at birth unexpectedly. So together, my parents decided to raise me just like any other child. They put me in swimming, soccer. I even started skiing. It didn't go over too well because I couldn't control my left ski, so I took up snowboarding. And I fell in love with sport. It gave me the freedom to keep up with other kids my age, able-bodied or disabled. Things haven't always been easy. When I started elementary school, I was severely bullied, both emotionally and physically. And it made me really doubt my capabilities and the power that my body had, and I struggled with immense body image insecurities. When I was a teenager, I was invited to come try out for Team Canada's women's sitting volleyball team. It was in its grassroots era of just developing the program, and it was at the height and the peak of my body image insecurities. And I was finally surrounded by other resilient women from all walks of life with disabilities just like me, giving me that confidence back that I can do and achieve things that I want to while being surrounded by other people with similar mindsets. And they trained me to become the volleyball player I am today. And I have thus far fallen in love with not only the athletes, the sport, and the program, but also becoming an advocate for para sport and sitting volleyball. So sitting volleyball is played just like standing volleyball with a couple minor tweaks. The court is smaller, so it's 6 meters by 10 meters. The net is lowered, and for women, it's 1.05 meters. And there's just a couple rule changes where you can block a serve. I think the power of sport is incredible. And I remember just starting to play sitting volleyball. We would travel internationally, and you can't speak the same language with other people, but you see them on the other side of the net, and they may have similar or different disabilities from you, but it just unites us all. It all started with me traveling and posting a photo on the beach, and I made a joke out of it. I said, "Hop around the world with me." And people thought it was hilarious because I have one leg. And I started getting messages from parents that had kids with disabilities saying, "Thank you so much for posting this. Our daughter was just born with one arm, and seeing this shows us that she can lead and end up having a fulfilling life just like you." Because for me, growing up, I never had any role models that were disabled. And now I have become such a passionate advocate online about self-love, disability, and just teaching people what it's like to live with a disability and what it's like to learn to live with your disability. When I started in the grassroots program, we would place 12th at international competitions when there would be 12 teams there. So for us to say now that we've won 2 silver medals and we've ranked 3rd in the world is insane, and it's a dream come true. And it makes me so proud to grow with this program and not only represent my country, but represent disabled people from my country. And it's remarkable having so many women that you trust surrounding you, that you have grown with and worked and pushed so hard with. For me, mental health is extremely important. It's not only important as an athlete to be physically fit, but it's also important to be mentally fit. The way that we've set up our team with our mental performance coach, we do practice gratitude every time we start to train and anytime we lead into a competition, to forget anything that negatively happened in past training camps or past competitions, to really focus on the positive moving forward. I'm really proud to say that Canada does take mental health extremely seriously, because a healthy mind is a healthy body and a healthy heart. My biggest piece of advice when it comes to loving and accepting your body is to forget the judgments or what you think other people will think of you, because truly you are living this life for yourself. So do you want to show up as someone that you think that others would approve of, or would you rather show up authentically as yourself and learn to love yourself For every great thing that it is, I hid my body for a majority of my life because I was so self-conscious. And once I started showing up as myself and showing my prosthetic leg, it allowed me to connect more deeply with other people. One piece of advice I would tell my younger self is to believe in myself and work really hard at anything that I want to put my mind to. And one thing that I've learned over the years is that your obstacle can become your opportunity. And for so long, I thought my disability would hold me back. And I actually made a career out of becoming a disability advocate. It's given me the opportunity to represent my country in Paris sport, and it's allowed me to meet other amazing disabled people. As a young girl playing sport, I wish that I knew that I didn't have to hide my body just to fit in. When I used to play soccer, I used to try to hide my prosthetic leg with my socks, and it prevented me from truly learning and developing my skills because I was always looking internally and so scared of what other people would think of my body instead of showing up, playing my sport, and having people be like, wow, she can do that even with a prosthetic leg. When I think of grit, the first thing I think of is overcoming adversity, which I've done in many areas of my life. And it is showing up constantly for yourself and for your team, even on the hard days when it doesn't seem easy. My piece of advice for younger athletes on how to show up on and off the court authentically as themselves would be to just follow your heart and have fun, because honestly, who cares what anyone else thinks as long as you're enjoying yourself and the sport that you're playing. Paralympics, the word para means parallel to the Olympics. So they're supposed to be of equality and equal games. I would love to see more media coverage and the Paralympics and parasport being broadcasted on TV, because how amazing would that be for kids to see athletes with all different disabilities playing all these adaptive sports that not many people know about. My favorite chocolate is Coffee Crisp. My favorite hobby outside of sitting volleyball is photography. My favorite hype-up songs are anything by Rosalia. My favorite movie is Into the Wild. My favorite thing to do in Edmonton is ride my bike through the river valley.